Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays. I'm Miranda,
And I'm Alexis.
and I'd like to welcome you to your first 5 Minute Friday.
Thank you.
So, we have a great show planned for today, but before we get into everything, let's dive right in and see what we're streaming with.
All right, so we are streaming to YouTube and Facebook, kind of.
For some reason, our streaming credentials changed randomly on the Facebook, and vMix is not letting us connect to Facebook streams. So, if you are watching, hopefully you're watching on YouTube. But we're also using vMix Pro version 22, using PTZ Optics camera and the NDI camera.
And then we are doing vMix Social via the Kindle Fire.
Yep. And so make sure you drop us some comments. And of course, we're using our X keys, XKE 124 T-bar with the video switcher key set. All right. So you just came back from your very first trade show.
Yes, I did. Very good experience. Definitely different. Something I'm not used to at all. In a trade show is very busy. Probably not nearly as busy as you guys are at NAB or any of the other shows, but stayed steadily busy. Talked to a lot of people. So yeah, it was really
Very
good.
cool. Very cool. Well, you actually did some interviews with a few different people, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Did one with PTZ Optics on their live stream. Did some with Rave Publications,
Yep.
and then one with POE Texas, which was
Awesome.
really fun.
Nice. Well, let's take a look at the first interview with PTZ Optics.
All right.
Not many people know you.
That is true. I'm Alexis. I am with X Keys, and we're over at booth 720 over at InfoComm. And today I'm going to show one of our new products, the One Button. It's an accessory.
The one button.
The one button. Wow.
One button to rule them all.
That's right.
That's right.
World domination, right? All right, so this is our new One Button, and it comes in 4 different variations. So you can do a clear lens, so you can put like a piece of paper underneath it, label whatever you want, or you can do a red lens, a green lens, or a yellow lens. And it has a 3.5 millimeter jack here on the end, like this. So you'd plug it into one of our switch interfaces. So like I have the XK3 here. Plug it in, plug it into the computer, program it. These are going to run just by itself. Just this is going to be $34.95. Yes. Really good price for that.
So is that less expensive than the Orbi?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yep.
So for those that might be watching that have existing one button studios, Penn State versions that are having trouble with their button, this is a great upgrade button because it works 100% reliably with those
Yes.
systems. So yes, a
So
great
we actually
upgrade.
tested the durability of this, and we put it on our nice key tester that we have in our facility. It went over 20 million before we just decided that we were done testing it, and it didn't die. So it's still pressed, still everything. So it's definitely very durable. And you can actually mount it on the back too. So you can mount it up to a wall or a desk or anything like that as well.
I'm glad you brought something that is both simple and affordable,
Yes,
but practical.
very practical. And if you want both, if you want to get the One Button and the XK3, we are selling that for $94.90 as a bundle.
Gotcha. How could you use this without this?
Another switch interface, anything that would have a 3.5 millimeter.
Cool. How are people using this?
We have some people with using it like the Orbi for like the One Button Studio. You can do that or like game shows. So take like if you want to try to do Family Feud on your own.
Zzz.
Yeah, you can buzz it, and you don't have to worry about actually like breaking like the top. It's very durable and industrial. So yeah, so you sit there and just wham away at it. You're not going to break it at all.
So now you mentioned to me earlier that there's going to be a mounting kit so that you can mount this onto a desk.
Yep, so we're working on getting a mounting disc for the back. That'll be out of aluminum. It'll be powder coated aluminum. It'll come with the screws and everything that you need to be able to mount it up on the wall, mount it up on the desk, the floor, whatever you want to mount it to, and make sure that thing doesn't move.
Yeah.
we'll be able to offer that. Currently, what's offered in the retail kit when you buy it is you'll get a non-stick rubber pad, similar to like what the Orbi already offers, that you'll be able to peel off the back and stick on the back of that, so that way then you're not chasing it around your desk.
Yeah.
However,
yeah,
that would
great.
be a nice feature for Family Feud, is to chase your button around when you're trying to buzz it.
Add a little to the show right there. Yeah.
All right, we're back. That was a great interview.
Thank you.
Good job. We've got a few comments here I'm going to throw up. Got Tommy saying that PTZ needs some better mics. Well, I know I've personally been on some interviews in their booth there, and it is very difficult in that giant space. And especially since only 2 of them had mics.
Yeah, and I talk loud as it is. People here know that. And for me to have to try to talk louder or anything like that is just insane. So yeah, I would agree. They do need better mics.
Yeah. So you were showing off our new one button, which we actually just released on Monday.
Yes.
Let's take a closer look at that because I have one in the studio. All right.
All right, so here is our one button. This is just the base itself.
Yep.
You get 4 variations that you can choose from. These are the discs that would come with it, depending on which one you pick. We got our clear, the yellow, red, and green.
Yep.
What'll happen is these discs, whichever color you purchase, these discs will come in the package, not on the base already. You'll actually install them yourself. This clear one here, you would be able to put like a piece of paper or something underneath it, be able to label it whatever you want.
Yep.
You can make like your own easy button.
We can also custom print on those as well.
Yes, which is awesome. And then you would just pop it right into this base here. But the colored discs themselves are not see-through at all, so you wouldn't be able to label these with piece of paper, but you could have potentially have it printed on there.
Yep. Very cool. Coming back to us. Deeker asks, is this a replacement for the Orbi button? Not a direct replacement, but it is kind of the same concept.
Yeah, so it's definitely the same concept. Orbi is a little bit more touch sensitive than ours. Ours is a little bit more industrial, so it'll withhold a lot more force than probably the Orbi would.
Yep. And our one buttons are a bit cheaper than the Orbi buttons too, so just a little advantage to that.
Yeah, and another fun fact about them is that we actually test all of these units ourselves, and we tested the Orbi button, and it was over 20 million presses before we just eventually just got bored of it being on the key tester, and it didn't die at 20 million, so that's always a good thing as well.
Yup. That makes sense to hear because the Orbi we had was destroyed in less than a week. I blame my employee. He does not know his own strength. Well, the good news about the one button is it is extremely durable, and we tested that.
Yes, and yeah, I think that would solve your issue, is to get the one button and not the Orbi.
Yes, the one button would definitely replace this in the more durable aspect for you, Deeker. All right, so you went through and you got to walk the show a bunch.
Yes.
And you took some pictures for us. Oops, let me throw that up here. All right, not the one I wanted up there first. Let's start there.
All right, so yes, this is right outside the conference center. They had a huge InfoComm sign. They actually had one like on the corner of the streets too, right before you turned into the conference center. But yeah, so it was very cloudy out, surprisingly, even though it's Florida.
Cloudy for Florida.
But yeah. And this is our booth that we had set up. You can see all the different X keys around. Definitely brought the Lego studio, which caught a lot of people's eye, especially for the lighting people.
Yep.
This is kind of our concept table that we're working on, like a modular system.
Yep. And
this was at the Analog Way booth. They actually had a few of our X keys sitting out. This is one of our 80s that we laid out.
Yep.
And then ENCO as well. They had a smaller booth than I believe at NAB, so
yeah,
they only had one of their X keys sitting out.
Yeah, awesome. We always love seeing X keys in the wild. So let's take a look at the other interview that you did.
Okay.
All right, enjoy, guys.
Press the here button,
Okay.
and then I will try and guess it, okay?
Can you hear me?
Interview me.
Internal deviation.
Internoodle.
Internal.
Eternal.
In.
Land.
Internal.
Turtle. Is it turtle?
No. Internal.
Turtle. I get it. It's turtle.
Nope.
What was it?
Internal deviation.
Internal deviation. Okay, that's not what I got. I kept getting turtle.
You were so busy with that Kids Bop.
I was rocking it out. All right. So, let's
Here's
talk
our
about
back-
your product.
Are you
So,
sure?
We'll do
Well, I
another
won
one.
it, so I should now.
Yeah, let's talk about your product. We'll do another round
Okay.
to see. And right now Alexis is kicking me around the place. So, what do you have for us?
All right, so the first thing I have is our new XKE40. It's a 2x20 keys in an aluminum extruded case. It does come in two different versions. You have our standard, which is this one. You can put it right on your desktop or right underneath your computer. It also comes with a rack mount version that has rack mount tabs here on each side. So you can put it right into the rack mount.
And what do you use it for? Like, what is it? I mean, other than like serious disco party, you can reprogram the keys, I'm guessing?
Yep, so all the keys are reprogrammable. Any point you want, you can change the layout. They all come with single keys, just like shown here. We do have an option to do a 2x1 or a 2x2, so you can have wide keys or tall keys here if you want to make it bigger. Maybe you have a really big button, one of those red buttons you say you don't push and you really want to make it big on here.
You can make one big red button?
Yep, you can make a square here right down the middle and says don't touch.
You can make the Fat Homer keys.
Yes.
You remember the Fat Homer?
I do.
Okay, Fat Homer keys. If your fingers are too big, you can just like smash with your key fob.
Yep, and they're all reprogrammable. They all come with relegible keys on here, so there are legends that come with our products here, and so you can relabel them however you want, whenever you want.
Very cool. Excellent. And where would I find that? Is that on Amazon? Is it on...
You can find it on Amazon. You can actually also order it right from our website at www.xkeys.com.
Well, that was a fun interview.
Yeah, that was really fun.
So, what was the game that you were playing at the beginning?
Oh, so we were playing the Whisper Challenge. So what Tyler does on his show is that the person gets to pick one of three challenges during the interview. And the one I picked was the Whisper Challenge. So what I had to do was each of us took turns. We put headphones on, and then the other tried to get the other person to say what was on the phone.
Okay.
So I was trying to get him, at first, I was trying to get him to say, I honestly don't even remember what it was. There were so many different phrases we had. To say it, but he can't hear me. He's actually listening to music through the headphones, really, really loud. So he has to try to read my lips and try to see. It was all technical, phrases. So definitely something that's not the easiest to guess, but it was
Nice.
really fun.
Well, I would fail at that. I'm terrible at reading lips.
Yeah, especially with technical phrases.
Yeah. Well, I think we have more than covered our 5 minutes.
A little bit.
So let's go ahead and close out the show, and we will come back and take any questions and comments. So, yeah. All right. Stay tuned, guys. And we're back. Well, so that was a lot of fun. How did you like your first show?
It was good. It was a good experience, definitely for not doing one before. It's a lot of experience. The interview with Tyler was really good because it was kind of more laid back and a lot of fun. So it took
Yeah.
off the edge of being stressed out at a trade show. And the interviews, somehow I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be, other than possibly for PTC Optics. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm excited to do more in the future. So we'll see.
Awesome. All right. Do we have any questions or comments coming in? Let's see here. Well, back to that little game that you guys were playing. When you were hard of hearing, you learned to read lips. Well, Tommy, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
All right. What's this? Spiny wants to know for Alexis, what was something you learned at InfoComm?
Wear really good tennis shoes. You're gonna be on your feet all day. And definitely bring snacks with you because you're not gonna have time to really go eat a full meal for like an hour, like lunches you do in the office. So yeah, definitely doing that, but just being well versed in your products is what's best, even if
Yep.
it's just the basic stuff. People are just intrigued by the Lego studio that we showed. So just to be able to say, this is what this does, that sort of thing is just very helpful.
Awesome. Let's see. We have another question. What is the price of the new one button? It is $34.95. Actually, they're on our website right now. Let's see if I can get to there. Bring this guy down. Yep, so you can get all 4 of them. I'm still working on getting some bundles up there. But, like we said, we have the 4 different colors there, $34.95. It's a good deal. It's a good button. I'm excited about these.
Yeah, and if you actually need to buy it with the XK3 switch interface, it's $94.90 for the bundle, which will shortly be up there as well.
Yep. Oh, very cool. Let's see here. What was your favorite part about InfoComm?
Just meeting like all the people that like you and Maggie already know.
Yeah.
So like Paul and them over at PTZ Optics and things like that. Just seeing everybody and seeing what their products are was pretty cool. I mean, you got like Sony and Samsung and all of them that have all their huge screens as it is, which, dazzle you when you walk by. But you don't always get to meet like, those types of people that you meet with like Paul and all of them. So
Absolutely.
it was great to actually be able to meet those people in person and build that relationship in person rather than just like through email.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite parts too, is actually getting to meet the people that use our X keys and hearing their stories and sometimes some grumbles, but that's okay.
Right?
That comes with the territory.
I did have a few of those. They're having some technical issues. I just gave them our number and told them to call tech.
Exactly. Spiny wants to know who had the coolest demo at the show, other than our Lego newsroom, because that's pretty
Really?
hard to beat.
Yeah, that is really true. I mean, PTZ Optics is really cool with their live streams. I know Mike went around with his backpack cam
Yep.
and was doing stuff. So that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think who had another one. There were so many going on around us. And I mean, we were in the digital signage area, so we were just full of signs everywhere. So like you noticed in the POE Texas interview that we just showed, the lighting changed. We had a huge sign that was literally across the aisle from us that at one point every like 20 minutes it would turn completely white. And so it would literally just reflect everything and like cause a shadow like on our booth.
Well, that's not distracting.
So yeah, so that was always interesting. It was very, very bright where we were, which is great. But yes, it's hard to say which one was my favorite.
Nice. Got a few more comments from Deeker here. I like this price. Can you do custom printing of the button, or will I have to do so? We absolutely do custom printing on this, Deeker. Shoot us an email at sales@xkeys.com, and we will get you some pricing. And also, he needs a button that will release the hatch from our railway car dump bin of hops and grain into the brewery. Maybe I'll send a video, and that's as many characters as I can actually see on this. So video of something, and please do send a video. We would love to see that.
Especially including it into a brewery is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that might be one of my favorite uses of an X keys.
Right? Yeah.
Awesome. Do we have any more questions, guys? Let me think here. What's a question I always get asked about shows? I'm going blank here.
I actually had a guy come up and he was only there for like half the day. He had taken half day off work so he could get down there. So he's local to Florida,
Okay.
into the Orlando area. But he said that Tom Sinclair had sent him over to us because they are going to start their own stream and getting stuff for the studio. So he definitely said that Tom sent him over. So we definitely appreciate that.
That's awesome. Yup. Tom's a good guy. lots of help from him, which is awesome.
Yeah. I did have another guy. He came up. He was super excited. We had our regular T-bar sitting out, and he like halfway down the aisle was like yelling and was like super excited. So it made my day because he was just way more excited than I expected somebody to be at a show after being there for a few hours. But he was so excited about the T-bar and the jog and shuttle, and then he had asked about basically the one button without actually naming the one button.
Nice.
Asked if we had made anything like that, and I brought it over, and he just yells, and I had people like turn around and was just like, "Why didn't I find you sooner?" So super excited to start working with him so that we
That's
can
awesome.
get that over to him.
That's awesome. I love seeing it, like when you're at shows and your fans come up and just people that love X Keys. It's
Yes.
always the best. I mean, obviously it's a product that we stand behind, so it's always great hearing our customers like, with the good
Right.
reviews of them.
Oh, yes.
All right. Spiny says, that would be amazing, Deeker. Yes, it would. Please send video. All right. Well, Tommy says, Alexis, you are a natural on screen.
It doesn't feel like it.
Well, like I keep telling you, it does get easier after time goes on.
This
The
is
more
true.
that you do it. I know I felt very nervous and not at all comfortable in the beginning of the streams and everything, but it just kind of got thrown on and you learn to just go with the flow.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying not to fidget right now, which is what I tend to do when I try to sit still. So it's very difficult.
No, you're doing good. All right, guys. Well, if there is no more comments or questions, we should probably go back to work. It's finally sunny. It stopped raining.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday. Everybody, please enjoy your Friday. Hopefully it's sunny where you are.
Yeah, we're definitely going to enjoy the sunshine here for the next, hopefully,
Yes.
2 days that we're going to have it.
A nice break from the, 117, 118 days of
Yeah.
rain that we've had since January.
What was that meme we saw? My mud was drying out. So
Yeah.
we needed more rain.
Thanks,
so
Michigan. Thanks,
we
rain.
appreciate it.
All right. Well, I hope all of you guys enjoy your Friday and your weekend. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.